Unova is simply one example of what happens to a world who dares defy the wrath and will of Viltrum under the leadership of Thrag. A handful of Unopans were able to escape their home planet before its total destruction. They established breeding camps across various Unopan outposts in order to help rebuild their population, and perhaps genetically engineer a warrior that could become the galaxy's strongest warrior, even stronger than a Viltrumite. These experiments proved to be failures, but rumor has it that Thedas recruited the remaining Unopans to join the coalition of planets and fight for intergalactic freedom. One of these super strong genetically engineered Unopans is named Alan. While he isn't strong enough to defeat a Viltrumite, he works for the Council to investigate the work of the Empire. Alan is tasked with reporting any and all known Viltrumite activity he sees among worlds that the Empire plans to conquer. The coalition of planets has had some limited success in fighting against the Viltrumite Empire. Thedas and the coalition scientists engineered Thedas' DNA in order to create an immensely powerful bioweapon known as the Scourge virus. The virus was designed to specifically target the immune system of Viltrumites, stripping away their strength and invulnerability. The experiment was a massive success. There was no cure for the Scourge virus. The only way to survive was for those with uniquely strong immune systems to let the virus run its course. And the vast majority of Viltrumites were simply not strong enough to withstand it. In fact, 99.9% of all Viltrumites were killed by this extremely deadly super virus. That's right, the most vicious and terrifying species in the entire universe was almost made extinct by a tiny virus of all things. Look who's weak now, eh? Anyways, the deployment of the supervirus forced Thrag and the Viltrumite Council to postpone their methods of war and conquest in order to rebuild. With fewer than 50 pure-blooded Viltrumites left in the universe, Thrag and his subordinates knew they had their work cut out for them. But they remained as bloodthirsty and Darwinistic as ever. After all, if they didn't rebuild to their past position of superior strength, they were likely to be overtaken by aliens that were previously far, far weaker than themselves. Without an empire to expand, or even the population to sustain such an empire, Thrag and the Viltrumite Council had a problem on their hands. All expansion plans for conquest and growth had to be immediately halted to refocus on rebuilding and breeding Viltrumites with the species of other planets. This new mission led to the Viltrumites' discovery of planet Earth, thousands of light years away. Earth's inhabitants shared 99% of Viltrumite genetics, albeit much weaker and technologically less advanced. Under normal circumstances, planet Earth would have been written off by Viltrum, but the situation was dire. In order to prevent the eventual extinction of Viltrumites, Thrag sent one of his best, most loyal soldiers, a man by the name of Nolan, down to Earth in order to prepare it for conquest. Nolan traveled to Earth sometime around the year 2002. There, he adopted a secret identity of a best-selling author named Nolan Grayson. He presented himself as a superhero named Omni-Man, working undercover for the humans in charge of the Guardians of the Globe and the Global Defense Agency in order to uncover weakness and pave the way for Earth's eventual takeover by Viltrumites. And that is the entire animated history of Viltrum. Until the first season of Invincible, that is. Let me know in the comments below if you want more Invincible content, and subscribe.